right. Okay. Finally figured out how to do this thing live on Facebook. Yo, it was killing my memory space. Hey, for those, oh, and of course, let's join. Now I know how to do it live. There we go. So, of course, it was killing my memory space. But anyway, hey, good morning and good day. My name is Daniel Umstead. I'm the owner of the Robert and Daniel Group, and we are here live as promised every single day, 5:30 a.m. to bring you motivation, resume writing tips, and realtor tips. So thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I was checking out Dan Locke. Dan Locke. Yeah. I was checking out Dan Locke, and he goes over the habits of the wealthy. So today, I picked out some related to how I would interpret it and how I would, receive it as well, coming from my current position right now. Because first and foremost, everybody's in a current position. My fellow millionaires, always stay blessed and always think of yourself at a higher level. Always think of yourself at a higher level. It's just needed. It's just needed. So today we're going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it 5? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 millionaire habits that you should be consistently having in your life. And then we're going to talk about, of course, a real estate tip and yes, and a resume writing tip. So thank you so much for joining in today. So today, 5 millionaire habits. Let me see if I can get this just a little bit better. There we go. Back it up. Oh, no, we're just gonna. Hey, listen, this is practice and this is real. So maybe next time we'll get it a little bit together. So with that being said, let's start with the first millionaire habit that I wrote down here. So gets measured, gets improved. Oh yes. So whatever you have in life, whatever you do in life, what you call it, however you measure it, it gets improved. It's just basic and simple. For those that have their own home, for those that are what you call renting, if you've ever had to move in furniture, you had to measure, right? You had to measure and make sure that, or hopefully you measured, otherwise you had a very, 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 very long day, which I've seen before. But you had to measure. You had to measure and make sure it was the right fit, make sure it was the right size, make sure that this couch or this chair was going to fit exactly right here. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to be putting in a reclining chair. I need to make sure I got my own measurements right before I put it in here. But you need to measure before you improve. Now that goes with money, because you need to measure how much money you have in the account. And once you see that, hey, what you thought was $1,000 in your account may only be $750 in your account, you're like, oh, okay, I need to work on that, or I need to look to see how can I improve upon that. So that's the first tip. Whatever gets measured gets improved, and that even goes with your health as well. If you were to measure your waistline every single day on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, you know what, there's got to be something that I could do to improve upon this. The second thing, I know everybody's heard the concept pay yourself first. I know everybody's heard the concept pay yourself first. You probably heard this concept before, in which you need to pay yourself first. Well, hey, it's true. You need to pay yourself first. You need to be taking money out of your paycheck and giving it back to yourself and improving yourself in some way, somehow, some shape or form. Here's the thing that most people don't hear, though. They say to themselves, well, I don't have much money. And it's like, and you know, the millionaires, like Dan Locke, are saying like, well, make time, sacrifice, blah, blah, blah. And somebody, and this is where I relate, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like pulled ends left, right, here, there. So on my next check, I'm unable to take 10% out. I'm unable to do the 1% out. I'm able to do the 3, 4, 5% out, blah, 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 blah. So think of it this way. And this is really, really, really where it's going to get into play. There's another way that you could take 10% out and give back to yourself, and that is with time. So there are 168 hours in the week. 10% of that is 16.8 hours. On a daily basis, that is 2.4 hours. I don't know how the decimal works and everything like that. I'm not a numbers guy. Practically use Google Excel to do multiplication for me if I can't think of it, or I do as the Chromecasting. I don't want to say its full name because then it might pick up and then it'd be joining the conversation and it's just me and y'all talking. So, so you either on a daily basis give back to yourself 2.4 hours, which I technically am doing through social media, through networking with individuals, through learning different ways, studying and such on how to improve my real estate career, how to improve myself as a realtor. So I'm going on there or I should say on a weekly basis or daily basis, you either are going to do 10% of your time, or if you are financially able to in a position to give 10% back to yourself after every check, whether it be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, what have you, do that as well. So that is the second thing. The third thing, get off the TV, all right? Hey, social media is fine. Obviously, social media is fine because otherwise you wouldn't be watching me right now. Social media is fine. But make sure you utilize your social media for growing yourself. Don't be going on there because you heard what happened with this artist or you heard what happened to this sports player. Now, if you need some relaxing time, I'm not saying that, oh, cut everything out, cut all your TV out. No, if you want some relaxing time, that's fine. But guess what? The person that reads an hour a day compared to the person that watches TV a day, who do you think is going to come out better in life? Honestly, it's just simple math. Even for myself, I'm currently learning Spanish right now. So for the person like myself who's aprendido español todos los días, compared to somebody who's looking at TV, social media, it's going to be completely different in times to come. So that is the third tip: to read as much as you can. For those that say, I don't have time to read. Okay, do you listen to music? Everybody's like, yeah, of course I listen to music. Okay, so instead of you listening to music, go through audible.com and download a book. For some of you might be like, listen, man, I already told you money's tight. I can only do the 2 months. YouTube has it where a lot of audio books that you might be interested in are already available. So listen to read, or just read and read, listen to read to listen, and listen to read. So fourth tip, accountability. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I say that when this clicked for me, everything else changed. It was like the concept of going from that negative thinking to positive thinking. When you start taking accountability for yourself, for all of your actions, waking up, getting a project done, getting a task done. When you actually take accountability for that, you honestly develop a power. And yes, I am going to say the line, with great power comes great responsibility. So definitely hold yourself accountable and stop blaming people. Stop blaming people because of your current position right now. Stop blaming people because of your current job. Stop blaming people because of the current living situation that you're in right now. Stop blaming others. Start looking at yourself, seeing ways to improve and get to that level. If it takes you 10 years to earn an additional $15,000 a month, you are still way more ahead than anybody else ever. So always remember that. But if it takes you 10 or 15 years to gain additional $10,000 a year, then you and I need to have a conversation, because that shouldn't happen at all. And lastly, stop saving your money. Stop saving it. Dave Ramsey always says, you should be saving, put it in a nest egg, blah, 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 blah. That's great, but if you continuously stack up pennies, if you save up 100 pennies, that's one whole dollar, right? And now that one whole dollar is sitting in your piggy bank, just sitting there like, this is cool. Money is a tool, so you got to actively utilize it for good. Now, if your dollar that you happen to save what you call, don't be using it towards junk. It's you can either use that dollar for good, or use that dollar for evil. Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals are all around me and everything like that. If I happen to save $1 and the first thing I do, oh man, I'm hungry, and run out and grab a bag of chips, that's defeating the purpose. If I know that I'm working on losing weight and I'm like, you know what, I need to measure this down. What can I do? Oh wait, I have $1. Let me go get a gallon of water and start drinking that today, so that way I can flush my system out. You see how things get elevated, because once you start feeling better about yourself in regards to drinking water and all, then you become more productive. You're able to do more things. You're able to wake up early at 5:30 a.m. and join Daniel Umstead with the Robin Nathaniel group. So, yeah, stop saving. So, top 5 habits of a millionaire. Focus on whatever gets measured will get improved. Pay yourself first, whether it be with money or time. So it goes back to the example of 2.4 hours on a daily basis. Read, listen to read, or read to listen. Accountability. Stop blaming others and hold yourself accountable. And stop saving. Stop saving. If you're going to save, make sure you use that money towards something. So if you're saying to yourself, well, I need to save $10 so I could buy this one stock, there's this Cash App where there's a squiggly line portion on the Cash App where you can literally put in $5, $10, $1, $2 towards your favorite stock. So you can put in $2 towards Apple stock. You might not get the return as far as the full share, but definitely, I will be honest with you, I put in $10 into Apple stock. I got 3 cents back. Now I know what you're thinking. Then it's only 3 cents. Okay, cool. So when I do $100, that's 30 cents, right? If I were to put $1,000 in, that's $3. If I were to put $10,000 in, that's $30. If I were to put $100,000 in, that's $300. So you're telling me if I put $1 million in, $3,000? So you see how it elevates and grows, rather than me just spending $10 on food or $10 on other necessities that I may or may not need. So it's something to think about. And now for your real estate tip of the day. For my sellers, you're looking to sell your house. It is 2020. You have a camera. Most likely a smartphone, or you know somebody that has a smartphone. Nephew, niece, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, co-worker. Borrow their phone. Record your home. Okay? Once it gets all done up and everything like that, start doing a video tour. It's as simple. I'm not saying this in regards to like, oh, great, I don't need a realtor anymore. But if you're trying to market your own property as a FSBO, do a video tour. You got to think what the other real estate agents are doing out there with other people's homes, and I get hit up all the time in regards to, Dan, can you check out my page? I do video editing. I could do headshots for you. I could come in and do video tours for you. So real estate agents get fed this all the time. So as a homeowner, you should be thinking the same thing, like, oh, how can I get this done? And then lastly, for your resume writing tip of the day, don't put any references on your resume. And the reason why I say that is that when you put references on your resume, and it's honestly just, you're protecting your references and you're protecting yourself. What can happen, and it has happened, especially those that have worked in past positions like Apple, IBM, and such, what could happen is that if a recruiter comes across it and they see that the references on there, then the first thing that they're going to do, potential recruiters may do this, is they're going to look and be like, wait, Sally? Oh my gosh, this is the Sally I've been trying to get in contact with over at IBM. So what they're going to do is simply call up Sally on your behalf and say, hey, Sally, Mark Doe had given me your contact information. Just wanted to reach out to you. I know I've been trying to get in contact with you for some time now, and wanted to see if we could develop some business together in regards to me sending you over some candidates that would be a good fit for you. How's that sound? And Sally's like, what? I didn't do this and everything like that. And then they're reaching out to Mark Doe, or I forgot if I switched out the names or what have you. But you get the drift. Don't put your references down because individuals, recruiters, and even potential employers might utilize that information to reach out. And then in addition, you didn't get the job yet, so you don't need to provide references until you do get the job. So again, this is Daniel Umstead signing off with the Robert Nathaniel Group. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires, and have a great and fantastic Tuesday. Talk to you soon.
Fleslet on the beat.